I wish, on behalf of all Progressive Congress Professionals Forum, welcome you to this press conference holding today in Abuja. Permit me to thank you for honoring our invitation once again. As a registered support group of the party, we are concerned with the growth of our great party beyond 2023. For the records, our membership comprises of technocrats, intellectuals, experts, and professionals across all fields, works, discipline, and areas of endeavors who are card-carrying members of our great party. Recall that in our earlier press conference, we were here to call on President Muhammad Buhari, Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and all the great leaders and stakeholders of the party to step in to save APC from crisis that almost engulfed her. We thank God that the President listened to us, and it culminated in the summoning of a NEC meeting that came with the concomitant resolutions that bettered the National Caretaker Committee. So much has been achieved toward the attainment of peace and unity of the party since the emergence of His Excellency Governor Buni-led Caretaker Committee, of which we pledge our total support and loyalty to attain their set objective of reconciliation of party members across the country and conduct of a credible election for a new NDDC later in the year. The other resolutions of our press release earlier that was implemented strictly sensu was a compelling call on all members of our great party that were pursuing any matter in court to withdraw all their pending cases in court until the party internal dispute resolution mechanism is explored and exhausted. While many members have heeded to the call by the NEC and have withdrew their pending issues in court, some are still acting in defiance of the position of the NEC. We urge the party to weigh its disciplinary measures on these members in defense of the NEC directive. As professionals, intellectuals, and technocrats that are ready to always assist the party and the Buhari-led administration to succeed, we strongly believe that a good reward system will give a foundation to the peace and reconciliation that the President has begun with the setting up of the APC National Caretaker Committee. More is needed to be achieved for total resolution of the crisis in the party. Politics is interest, and there is a less tension when laborers get their due reward. Bearing this in mind, we hereby appeal to the President to further enhance party loyalty and structures by empowering the party National Caretaker Committee to nominate those who participated actively to install his government. A step in the right direction has been taken, yet we have not gotten all rights as issues of lack of reward system still lingers on in the party. In the recent past, mostly big names has been rewarded who may not necessarily believe in the founding principle and ideology of our great party, leaving the grassroots support base with professional and intellectual capacity mostly unrewarded. We are unwavering in our repeated call on the President to give greater attention to the grassroots supporters by rewarding them with board appointments. Elections are by the numbers of motivated grassroots support. The continued feeling of neglect by the majority of those who feel sidelined despite their sacrifices for the party, including the members of APC Professionals Forum, is for us a red flag for the party as we move on to the politics of 2023. like Oliver Twist, we find it more urgent to call on the president to remove on reward system as a way of strengthening the party for its legacy. We also find embarrassing the discordant tunes between some members of the executives and legislators, and resolve as follows. 1. That the president help the reconciliatory process of the party by releasing appointment for boards to help boost the party's reward system and expand its acceptability among many agreed members that have worked for the party without reward. There's a greater need to allow the party leadership, I repeat again, there's a greater need to allow the party leadership more roles in constitution of boards of agencies and relevant appointment to further the ongoing reconciliation of our agreed members as it is. 2. We need to call for unity and synergy among our senior party men and women in the two branches of executive and legislature in order to drive the wheel of progress of our next level mantra. Proposing the formation of a regular APC executive stroke legislators caucus meeting spearheaded by the SSAs to the President on National Assembly affairs and the leadership of our great party to foster unity of purpose in our quest as party to deliver the dividends of democracy to the Nigerian people instead of the public brickbats engaged by our senior party men in both arms of government who does not augur well for the image of our party and government. On the imbroglio between the NDDC and National Assembly, we appreciate the President in his sustained anti-corruption war. However, we encourage the President to take necessary action that will benefit the largely neglected people of Niger Delta by repositioning the NDDC after the audit of the activity since its creation. The neglect of Nigerians the neglected people of Nigeria bear the greatest brunt in the misdirection of NDDC, and such must be changed. Security. Number 3, security. As professionals and intellectual bank of the party, we appreciate the numerous gains and sacrifices being made by our security operatives across the country, who often pay the supreme sacrifices to secure our borders. Nevertheless, we urge the heads of security agencies to further review our security strategy to totally decimate the security challenges in our country presently. We have to appreciate the President, who have given good intent as a pro-poor and pro-middle class leader for rolling out empowerment scheme that have so much impacted positively on the economies of SMEs and the poorest of the poor, who bear the greatest brunt of the coronavirus pandemic. We will appreciate the President once more for the nicer intervention programs, youth investment loans, the 774 okay, sorry, yeah. Just